It's official. Clubhouse Lounge Radio has a new app that downloads directly to your phone, tablet, and all mobile devices. Now, the throwback sing-along old school party songs and live high school football games are in the palm of your hand thanks to Oak Creek Outdoor Services. Visit clubhouse217.com to download the app today. Download now and keep the party going 24/7, 365. Clubhouse Lounge Radio. It's good for the soul.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Move the Chains here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio. I am Keith Gibson, alongside me, my broadcast partner, Mike Roy. We are live here at Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum. We want to thank them for allowing us to come down here for a second straight week, and we'll be here every week throughout the season broadcasting our Move the Chains program, where they have dollar wings and draft specials every Thursday, Mike.
Not to mention a really good-looking cup, buddy.
Right, we've got new collector's cups down here at Route 45 Wayside. They've got our, here, I'll take it up close. Look at that, yeah. Celebrating 5 years of coverage of Unity Rockets. It's got the schedule on the back. You can come down here and get a drink, whatever you want in it. But we've got collector's cups down here. We've got 500 of them. So come down and get one here at Route 45 Wayside. Have some wings. We want to thank Laura and her staff for allowing us to be here. But Mike.
You bet.
We're through week one, brother.
Boy, that was a tough one.
It was an interesting one.
Yes, it was.
Put it that way. We want to thank everybody who's tuned in. Over 11,000 of you tuned in last Friday night.
Wow.
Just on our Facebook
Thank you.
We had over 600 tune in on YouTube and almost 3,000 tune in on the website. So it was a great week for coverage. We thank you, Rocket Nation, for tuning in. It was a little sloppy for week one, but it was week one. And it was a W for the Rockets. That's the most important thing.
Right. The one thing, I mean, we saw glimpses of brilliance. I mean, Carter Schmid, he threw some good passes, he threw some bad passes, but the one thing that stood out was 5 turnovers. You just can't have that many turnovers and win ball games against good teams.
Correct. And this week is probably the marquee matchup in the Illini Prairie, actually in all of Central Illinois.
Yes.
With the Rockets taking on the rival Sages at Hicksfield. It's a home opener here on Friday tomorrow night, and we're excited. I know I'm excited to be back in the hometown booth.
Oh yeah,
at
we're
Hicksfield.
always at
and,
Hicksfield.
We've got, we worked out. We had some issues too. Scotty's mic didn't work half the first half, but we got it fixed.
Yep.
We had to shoot the camera through some condensation on the windows, but hey, we're excited for tomorrow night. But let's talk a little about that. The first drive of the game, Mike, we get a safety. I can't remember the last time that we actually I've seen a game start on a safety.
I don't know what I have.
In high school.
Yes.
And so we got our first 2 points of the year that way. And then we had a nice drive coming off that. We had great field position because it kicked out of bounds. We started, I think, the 35 or 40 in that first drive. Carter had a great run and just fumbled the football right at the goal line. And that's our first turnover. I think that kind of set the tone and kind of woke guys up, too.
I believe it did. The one thing, I mean, I guarantee you there were some coaches doing some chewing on the sideline. That was the one thing because, Unity Rocket football is called taking care of the football. And granted, it's, again, first game jitters. I certainly get all that. But you have to protect the football all the time. And, to be a half a yard from a touchdown and fumble it away, that's tough. But the defense played pretty dang good. They had way more speed than we expected.
Yes.
And that's what won the ball game for the Rockets in my book.
I agree. The defense played very well. The speed surprised me big time last Friday night. The angles we took, Coach Plotner, his defense, he took over the defense this year. He did a great job with the starting defense of doing what they need to do, and they shut Rantoul down. They couldn't get it. They had 13 yards in the first half.
Correct. And
unofficially,
Germano, Cowan, Brady, they were the big stalwarts on defense. I mean, between them three right there, 13 tackles, 2 solos apiece. They created havoc all night long, and the big guys up front, our defensive tackles and defensive line, were just busting up anything that Rantoul pretty much tried to do, especially on the inside.
They did, and it was a great job. I was just so impressed of how we got defensive pressure, but if the defensive line took care of everything,
Yes.
then the linebackers came in and cleaned up. And
Correct.
the DBs came in and cleaned up.
Yes.
We're going to have to do a pretty good job of tackling this week because it's going to be very tough. The Sages are a good ball club, and Maddox Utley's a handful. And you've got some speed there, too. So we'll get to that later in the show.
Yep.
But a great win by the Rockets, 30-8 over Rantoul in week 1. So we got one.
That's
Only
one.
needs 2 more to qualify. And we'll
Don't-
remind you of that all
Don't get me
season
started.
long. I
Don't get
know.
me started on that.
I know, but hey, it's been a great week 1. Everybody's happy. Now it becomes Mike the Gauntlet of weeks
Yes.
2, 3, and 4. But let's go over some scores from week 1 too across the Illini Prairie. Let's see, St. Joe over Prairie Central. This one was close early, but it got out of hand late. 64-20. St. Joe put up a big win at Dick Duval Field.
Here's what they did. They rushed the ball on them 33 times for 282 yards. That was just the beginning. And then when you got McKinney, who we saw last year, who can throw the ball, he can run the ball. He was 14 of 22 for 213 and 3 TDs. That's a pretty stellar offense right there, my friend.
It is, and it tells me a little about Prairie Central, too. We talked last week, before even week 1 started. Prairie Central was down last year. Looks like they're going to be maybe down again this year, which I'm surprised, but their numbers were down last year, too. But St. Joe handles business in week 1.
Wasn't even
with
pretty.
a big win. Central Catholic, Bloomington Central Catholic, who we'll see in week 3, a big win over PBL. They shut them out. If I can read my typing there, Mike, that's
41.
40 to yeah.
41-0, and Matthew Brady was a story there. He ran the offense to perfection. Defensively, as a linebacker, the whole linebacking crew, I watched some highlights from that game. The whole linebacking crew from Bloomington Central Catholic is they're as fast. They're a little bigger than Unity, and they're, I think, as fast, if not faster, but their defensive and offensive line, they're 240 minimum across there. So they're going to be a handful.
Yeah, and Monticello came out with a 26-6 win over IBC. So, not surprised there. I was a little surprised they only put up 26, to be honest with you.
Well, there was in talking to Coach Culley said the biggest problem was they were inconsistent. He was okay with a lot of the play of the new starters because they've had to replace some people. But he said missed opportunities and not taking care of the ball, even after putting up 400 yards of offense. That tells you right there, 400 yards of offense, 26 points. There were some things that weren't done correctly, and they will have to clean that up against a Rocket defense that I think is faster than what Monticello saw last week.
Oh, I will agree with that 100% on that one. And the last game of the week in the Illini Prairie, Coal City 40-6 over Pontiac. Were you surprised at that at all?
No, I mean, Coal City has more starters back than Pontiac did, no question about it. But Pontiac is still down in numbers. And, you just have to have players, and you have to have skilled players. And, I applaud the coaching staff for what they're trying to do up there. But, I mean, obviously there's some more work to do.
Over in the Vermilion Valley, the big game of the week for me was Oakwood and BHRA, but that wasn't even a game, Mike. Oakwood, a big winner, 61-14 over BHRA.
517 total yards of offense. That tells us they had 5 different rushers that combined for 252 yards. That's crazy numbers over there. And, I mean, Oakwood's always been a good team, and you know
right.
it as well as I do.
Yeah.
But that's good against a BHRA team that is usually right up there with everybody.
Other games in the Vermilion Valley, Saw Fork over Clifton Central 7-6. Moments falls at home to Georgetown 36-25. Westville Tigers big winners over Iroquois West 49-6. And poor Hoops and the Old Corn Jerkers had to go on the road to Lombard Montini, and they fall 48-0. But you know what? They were there, and I saw some highlights. Good for them. They took on the challenge. Montini's got a quarterback who's going to Miami.
Right. Yeah, they're no joke up there. And, again, a Catholic school, they do a good job with getting players in there and working with players and getting them ready for, Division I, Division II ball.
Over in the Lincoln Prairie Conference, It was Arcola, the Purple Riders, falling to Nokomis 32-13. Sullivan over Argento Arena 55-14.
That was a surprise. I didn't expect that.
Well, that was a big number by Sullivan.
Yeah.
ALH, big winners over Villa Grove 49-21.
Keep rolling.
Yep. Fisher, the Bunnies get a win, though, in week 1 over Cumberland. Mike Big, 40-14.
I looked at some highlights. That team looked pretty dang good on both sides of the ball. I was impressed. You know, for a number of years, I called Fisher Bunny football, you know, out of the old Sangamon Valley in the heart of Illinois Conference. And I'll tell you what, that's as good as they looked since Coach Matt Lang was there.
That's been a little while, too.
That's been a while, yes.
And then elsewhere, Big 12 Conference, Centennial over Urbana 43-6. And Champaign Central over Danville over Champaign Central 26-24.
You know, that one was really, really close. And the one thing in looking at a few of those highlights on there, Danville has some unbelievable speed at wide receiver. And I think that's what won them the ball game. I mean, they were yards after tackle. The old YAT was big for Danville in that game.
And over in the heart of Central Illinois, Downs Tri-Valley over Gibson City. This one surprised me big time, Mike.
I did not expect that in any way, shape, or form.
8-7, Downs Tri-Valley.
At Gibson City.
Right, on the road, a big win there. Leroy gets their first win of the year, 22-14 over Colfax. And Tuscola puts up big numbers at Warrensburg-Latham, 63-34.
You know, Coach Romine had them rolling in looking at some of what little highlights I did see of them. They are strong everywhere. They've got some decent size up front, and man, they are no joke.
You know, when Scotty talked last week during our show that when Tuscola was here for the practice there and working, they had some big boys and they could run the football, and they did last week. And Tuscola's going to be a handful. And Coach down there, Coach Romine, thank you.
Yep.
Had a brain fart there. Coach Romine's got some good talent down there too, so they should do a lot of things in the heart of Illinois.
Yes, sir.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and then second down. We're going to move through first down, get to second down. We're going to talk about the area games for week 2.
Let's do it.
A little preview and see what's going on around the country and around the state. And we'll be right back here on Clubhouse Lounge Radio's Move the Chains, here from Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum.
Looking for cold drinks, great food, and even better company? Come by Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum, where the staff will greet you better than your 13-year-old cat. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Some of the best wings around on Thursdays, and their taco tradition on Saturdays surpasses all. Open daily at 11 a.m. Come with friends or come alone, because you are guaranteed to make new ones while at Route 45 Wayside.
Back here at Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum, Keith Gibson and Mike Roy with you. I think we had a little issues there with the mic. I just said I was a little soft. I've never been told I've been soft on the mic whatsoever.
I was going to say that'd probably be the first time, because Joni, my wife, is usually on me, but she's that. Nope, it's him tonight.
Hey, it's second down, and let's talk, Mike, about some games around the area this week. Some really good games.
Yes.
And teams that are going to need to get on things going here in week 2. Of course, we have the Sages coming to town against the Rockets tomorrow night. We'll be live at 6:45 p.m. from Hicksfield, and you can watch it right here on YouTube, Facebook, Clubhouse217.com.
Or the app.
And the mobile app. Did you know
Don't
that you
forget
download
the app.
the app from Clubhouse217?
Don't forget that.
On your phone, your mobile device. We have our Facebook feed. We have our YouTube feed right there, so you can just click your phone and watch the Unity Rockets game live every Friday night.
Yes, sir.
We're
do
making
it.
strides, my friend.
Just do it. Just do it.
Just download the app. If you need help, holler at us. We'll help you.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's start outside the Illini Prairie.
Okay.
And let's talk about the Vermilion Valley. BHRA is going to need to get, after the whooping they took last week, they're going to need to get back in the win column this week, and they're at Clifton Central Who's 0-1? One of them's got to win.
I think Clifton Central has the edge here. I mean, they played Salt Fork tight. That was a 7-6 ball game. I really believe that Clifton Central is the better of the two teams.
You've got Mo Mintz 0-1 at Oakwood, and Oakwood's, I think, just going to take care of Mo Mintz pretty easily this
Not a
week
question.
and win 2-0. Georgetown at Fulton.
I don't know about that one.
Game.
You know, anytime it's a non-conference game and you're going to somebody else's field like that, that's risky. You know, I think Georgetown is a good team. I haven't seen anything about Fulton. It'll just come down to protecting the football and doing your job.
Iroquois West at Hoopston, both teams 0-1 on the year, Mike.
Flip a coin.
Flip a coin. I
Flip
think
a coin on
West
that
wins
one.
This one. Hoopston looked improved.
Right.
More Jerkers did last week. They put up a good fight against Lombard and Matini as long as they could.
Right.
But, yeah. Then the big game in the Vermilion Valley, Salt Fork at Westville. Now, Salt Fork only put up 7 points last week. It's week 1. Westville is a powerhouse again, ladies and gentlemen.
Period.
They're going to put up points on the board. Salt Fork's got their hand full. I like the Tigers in this one, though.
I like the Tigers, and I'll be honest, I could see a running clock in this one. I really could.
Ooh, I don't know
I could
about
see
that.
a running clock in this one.
Maybe late.
Yeah, after the third, I could see a running clock.
Okay.
Not early.
Big 12 Conference, you've got Centennial at Danville. Both teams 1-0. Another, close matchup. Neither team having to really go on the road here. 30 minutes isn't a long road trip, Mike.
Danville at home. If they play the way they played against Central last week, Danville's going to win that game.
Normal West at Central. Normal West got a win last week. Central struggles.
Central struggles for some reason. I just can't quite figure it out, but Normal West is a powerhouse out of that Big 12, and they're just good every year. No question it'll be Normal West.
Bloomington High School at Urbana. Bloomington, I like Bloomington. Urbana still not. They're getting there, but they're still not there.
That is correct. Agreed.
All right, let's talk Lincoln Prairie, Sullivan and Arcola. Sullivan 1-0. Arcola, the Purple Riders, they've struggled for a couple years, and their struggle continues.
Their struggle continues, and I think they're down in numbers again. Sullivan looks to be a surprise team in Central Illinois, so I go with Sullivan all night long.
They put up some big numbers last week.
Woo! Yes, sir.
Nokomis 1-0 at Argenta. This is Argenta's home, so you get a home game.
Turf
home
field.
Opener, turf, yep, in the blue and orange. But I like Nokomis in this one, Mike.
I would agree with that one. I just think it's Nokomis, by what little bit I was able to see, and it was just about 3 minutes worth of highlights, they're a very well-coached ball team.
You've got ALH at Niantic, 1-0, 1-0. I got to go with ALH until I can't.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't dislike Nokomis, but ALH is just a powerhouse right now. No question.
Fisher, the Bunnies, try to go 2-0 on the season as they go to Tri-County. I like the Bunnies in this one.
I like the Bunnies. If they play the way they did last week against Cumberland, I don't think it's a question.
And then the final one, Villa Grove at Cumberland, both teams 0-1. Cumberland's a team that was a playoff team a year ago.
Yep.
But they struggled last week against the Bunnies. I kind of like Villa Grove in this one.
I'll tell you what,
PG.
the Blue Devils, I think, will take this one. It won't be a blowout, but I think they will take that one, no question.
Heart of Central Illinois Conference, Gibson City 0-1 after losing last week big. At Colfax, who's 0-1. I like Gibson City to get back on the winning schneid.
I'm going to go against you on this one. I think GCMS going to Colfax. Colfax played close last week. I think that they're going to be hard to beat. It's hard to beat Ridgeview at Ridgeview. So I'm taking Ridgeview Colfax.
Leroy 1-0 at Downs Tri-Valley. Both teams 1-0 here. I think this is more of a toss-up. Who's going to get the ball last and who's going to make a stop? Leroy's very, very dedicated, and they're very, very well coached. But so is Downs Tri-Valley. It's going to be a heck of a ball game there.
That one's a rivalry game. That's the Unity Monticello of that area.
That's correct. And then Shelbyville at Tuscola. Give me the Warriors all day long. In that.
All day long. Just start the bus in the third quarter.
Start the bus, Gus, in the third quarter, he says.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about the other Illini Prairie games besides ours on Friday night. BCC, Bloomington Central Catholic, goes on the road at IVC. Bloomington Central Catholic should roll in this one, Mike.
The only thing good about going to IVC is they have great facilities. And past that, Central Catholic, it'll be a running clock in the second half.
You've got Prairie Central at Pontiac. Both teams 0-1. Both teams. Give me Pontiac in this one, Mike.
Well, I think it's a toss-up. I mean, I would like to lean on Pontiac at home and, take some of that home pride and bring a win back. I think I'll go with you on that.
Fisher. Well, I'm already down there. SJO at PBL. Boy, SJO, they're a machine.
They are.
And we see them in a couple weeks. They're a machine. I don't think this one's close, even though they go on the road to PBL.
They are, the word for them is a juggernaut. They are skilled at every position, and when you've got a quarterback and the wedding boys at wide receiver who can run routes like nobody's business, I think this will be over quick.
And then you have Mattoon at Rantoul. Both teams 0-1. Neither team. Here's what I'm going to say about Rantoul. And their quarterback last week, he's a 3-year starter.
Yes.
Carter, I believe, is his
Carter,
last name.
yes.
Showed me a lot of guts, showed me a lot of grit. That kid took a lot
Played
of shots.
hurt.
And, yes, limping, kept getting up for a team that has won one game in 7 years. If there was a Hart Award, I would have given it to that kid hands down.
Yes, sir.
What bothered me was, and I'm just going to be blunt with it, their coaching staff. It wasn't the Storm the reason we had a running clock in the second half. Their coaching staff asked for it.
Yes.
And I understand you're down 30 at half and safety, but what that doesn't teach those kids is grit. Little
Exactly.
fight. If you want to do a running clock in the fourth quarter, I understand that. I think it was a little early. I don't agree with it, but that's my opinion, and I'll take full responsibility for that opinion, and I'll stand by that opinion. I don't think it teaches the kids the right way to do. It doesn't teach lessons.
Agreed. And you have to, if you're going to field the team, you have to coach the team, and you have to coach the team for 4 quarters. And when I say coach for 4 quarters, you're coaching for 4 quarters. And they didn't give up. I mean, the kids kept playing. They've got a running back, number 21, I believe.
Jadavius Washington.
Yes. And in talking to Scott Eisenhower after the game, if he can learn to run inside, and, he's going to take some shots. If he can learn to run inside, I think he's going to be a great back. But he runs outside virtually every play, and that's all he does, and that's all they ran him for. So I think that the green wave of Mattoon is going to come up there and take care of business.
I'm gonna disagree with you. I think they learned a lot last week about themselves, especially in that second half because they went in and scored. I think they ride that momentum of a touchdown in the second half, and I think they beat the green wave, and Rantoul gets their second win in 8 years.
Depending on the health of their quarterback, that's going to be the telltale sign right there.
So that's an interesting ball game to watch because I really am pulling for the Eagles there.
Right.
Because especially first-year head coach.
Sure.
I want those kids, if anything, to get that win. So
there you go.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back, and we're going to dive into what some coaches had to say.
Sure.
In third down. You are listening to Clubhouse Lounge Radio's Move the Chains. We are live here at Route 45 Wayside in Tolono, where you can have dollar wings and draft specials every Thursday night. You can come down and see us.
See us.
You can get your collector's cups. Clubhouse Lounge Radio, we're celebrating our 5th year of coverage of Unity Rockets football. It's got the schedule on the other side.
Look at that.
Yeah, I love it.
Look at that.
And we want to thank Laura and her staff for allowing us down here. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be right back here on Move the Chains on Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Looking for cold drinks, great food, and even better company? Come by Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum, where the staff will greet you better than your 13-year-old cat. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Some of the best wings around on Thursdays, and their taco tradition on Saturdays surpasses all. Open daily at 11 a.m. Come with friends or come alone because you are guaranteed to make new ones while at Route 45 Wayside.
Oak Creek Outdoor Services is a trusted family-owned business proudly serving both residential and commercial clients in St. Joseph and surrounding areas with fast, friendly, and high-quality services at competitive prices. Oak Creek specializes in tree removal and trimming, landscaping, and a wide variety of outdoor needs. Oak Creek Outdoor Services is built on honesty, integrity, and a client-first mindset. Give Oak Creek a call today at 217-530-5386.
I love the variety.
You guys have great music.
Oh my God!
Moonwalking through your AirPods, smart speakers, and boombox. Hits from yesterday and today. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Back here around 45 Wayside for Clubhouse Lounge Radio's Move the Chains. It is Dollar Wing Night Draft Beer Special, and we are bringing you your high school football preview for week number 2. And we want to thank the staff here for allowing us to be down here. We're inside tonight.
Yeah.
We've got full signal. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse217.com, and the mobile app. Same places you can find us every Friday night. So make sure you tune in at 6:45 p.m. tomorrow night for our pregame show. And, hey, while we're here, and I know I said it on the broadcast last Friday, Mike, I want to give a shout-out to Chris Foster, who allowed us to use some of his video for our new intro we did. Thank you to Scotty Johnson, our sideline reporter, for putting together the new intro before the game. If you have not seen it, make sure you check it out. It's going to change every week because that's what Scotty's doing. So it's pretty awesome. So, yeah, it's fun, and we want to thank them for allowing us to use that and having a pretty cool intro. Plus, you can find some cool info if you tune in the pregame show. We're gonna have 5 minutes. You can find out some cool info as well. Yeah. We have some big announcements coming as well, so make sure you stay tuned to that. But we are in third down.
Third and
long here.
Third and long.
Here on Move the Chains, and let's get a little more in depth of. I don't want to get too far into Friday's game, but let's talk about. I know you had a chance to talk to Coley Walter. What did Coley have to say?
Well, Coley sometimes is a coach of few words.
Well,
but
you do this long, that's what happens.
Yep, but he knows what's going on, and in talking about his game last week, he was somewhat pleased with things, but there was a lot of inconsistency, a lot of missed opportunities. Those things right there will just pull a coach's hair out all night long. But he was, 400 yards of offense. He was happy with the numbers that were put up there, but it did not necessarily transfer into points. So he knows coming into this week, the speed of the Unity secondary, the linebackers in the secondary is a concern, and the quick strike weapons that Unity has is also a concern. So he knows they're going to have to play virtually a mistake-free ball game to get a win down at Hicks Field.
I think he's right on a lot of things. I think we have to play mistake-free. Without a doubt as well.
No question.
You can't have 5 turnovers again.
No.
The person who really impressed me last week was how hard Michael Harden ran the football for the Rockets. This is going to be a game of attrition tomorrow night. If you're expecting a 42 to 40 game, forget that. It's not going to happen. If it does, I'll eat my words, but I think you're going to see a very tight ball game between two coaches who are going to play a chess match all night long.
And one thing that I won't be surprised, well, maybe I will be. You run, both teams have a good offense, and they've got offensive plays they run, but you've got to be on the lookout for the quick offense. As soon as the ball's down, boom, you're back up and ready to go. Unity's already done that some in game 1, but I think that there will be some plays. In watching the film, because Coley said they did watch some film.
Well, I'm sure they did.
They will exploit something, and we will see some trick plays that maybe they didn't run in week 1. So I really think we're going to have to be on our toes. We cannot missed assignments will not work in this ball game.
No, agreed, Mike. And I think you stress it every single week, and you have for 5 years. You've got to tackle. You've got to wrap up. There can't be any arm tackles. Maddox Utley is a horse, and he's going to run the ball. He runs the ball hard, and if he gets through that second layer of defense, he can take it to the house. He's that quick. He is a Mike Allstott type running back with some speed, so he can run you over. But he's going to, I think he is going to be a very key factor to the Monticello offense tomorrow night.
I believe you're correct, and he's not quite Considine, who we saw in the state championship game last year, but he does have the attributes to get himself there, and he will. I watched a little bit of the film in the Monticello's first game, and he'll run over you. He's not afraid to. He's not afraid to take on 2 or 3 people, and his leg drive is as good as Harden's. So I think, again, tackling, I will talk about that until I go in my grave. You have to tackle low. And on the wide receivers, that's something that gets missed. Wide receivers, if they've got a head of steam, take them out below the waist. You have to, because if you try to tackle them high, that's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's who can make the fewest mistakes. That's what's going to come
Yes.
down to tomorrow night.
Yes.
Who can make the fewest mistakes? And I think we know Coach Welter pretty well, and he's a fantastic person. He always gives us the time, so we thank him for that.
Yes.
Even when I see him at church, Coach, how are things going? It's always those little. He doesn't give away a whole lot.
No, he does not. Never has.
And I think last week, even watching film with them, we didn't see he didn't throw everything out because
No.
he knew what they had coming.
He didn't need to.
Right. And I think the same way with us, we didn't throw everything. We kept things pretty basic last week, and didn't get too funky with a lot of things.
You know, the one play, and we've ran this play for 5 years now, 5th year starting this year. The quick slant to the wide receiver who's following the other 2 wide receivers when we run trips out to the right. And teams are looking for that.
They are
and
now.
we run 3 or 4 different formations out of that. You know, where the receiver that's going to get the ball takes a couple steps, stops, gets it, follows his blockers. But I'll tell you, that one, if we can run some kind of twist out of that, maybe farther inside or go in motion out of that, I think that will throw Monticello off a little bit, because that one, we've seen that now for 5 years, and so has every other team that's played us.
Problem is, nobody's been able to stop it.
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, if you get 5 yards a pass, okay, that's, you know, as long as you're, you know, 1st and 5 or 1st and 10, then you're 2nd and 5. I get that, but I think you have to run some more variation out of it, because you could do a lot if you've got 2 blockers in front of you.
I think one of the keys is going to be the defense tomorrow night.
Oh,
They really, and no offense to our defensive guys, Keegan Germano leads that defense. And as Coach Patton said at halftime last week, he sets a standard, and he has a protocol that he wants his defense to run. He is the leader of that defense.
yes.
As he should be, as a returning starter, linebacker. And he has done a fantastic job last week of doing that and getting his guys around. But they took such great angles to the
Yes.
football that Rantoul wasn't able to get any momentum whatsoever.
And that's hard to teach.
That's
hard to teach.
That's not something you do teach. That's instinctive.
Yes.
And I think that's going to be very key tomorrow night is taking those angles, but you got to wrap up. You take those angles and tackle, because if you can stop an Utley and hold him up and let your guys gang tackle. We did a very good job of gang tackling last week.
We did, and you know, I wish we had one more person up there just to keep track of yards after the catch, or yards after the first hit, because I'll tell you what, people ignore that a lot, but that's a big thing for me. If you stop somebody at the line of scrimmage and yet they get 4 more yards just because they've been driving or because you're trying to hit them up high, that's no good, and you will not win a ball game playing ball like that.
That's correct. And Michael Harden had a lot of those last week, too. He took a hit and then just kept
going.
and driving.
Agreed.
I think he's a very big producer and key to tomorrow night as well. We have to get that run game going early, because that's going to open up the pass game.
Yes.
It's going to open up a little option. It's going to open up the option for Carter, too.
Correct. And he looked a little tentative sometimes. He obviously, with the two of the interceptions, he threw the ball when he shouldn't have thrown it. It's one of those, just tuck it, take the hit. Don't try to make
Force
something out of nothing.
Right. And they were tipped, too.
Oh, yes.
They were tipped.
Yep.
But at the same time, yes, you're right. Just take 3 yards, get out of bounds, and let's
Yes.
move on.
Yes.
And that's, it's his first start, too.
Yes.
And I think you'll see mass improvement, especially this week. I think you'll see somebody who's a little calmer.
Right.
He's got it under his belt now. Okay, we're here. All right, let's move to week 2. He's going to be a little calmer. We're going to run the offense. But kudos to the Hog Mollies up front. Coach Reese talked about it in his preseason interview with us. That is your strength, and you could tell he didn't have any pressure all night long.
No. I mean, and even any pressure that he had, I think he put on himself. He saw things that maybe he really didn't see.
He got happy feet.
He really didn't see, and that's when he got into a little bit of trouble. So once he calms down and really takes charge of the offense, I think we'll see a different Unity team out there on offense.
I'm anxious to see how we come out. Or do we come out? Emotions are going to be high. Let's be honest, especially after last season, the way everything ended.
Whoa.
Trey Hogard picking off the pass on an attempted 2-point conversion with no time on the clock, and we win and we move on to the playoffs. They haven't forgot about that.
Nope.
Trust me, everybody in Monticello, everybody knows I'm from Monticello. They don't let me forget that.
I heard that at the wedding reception I was at Saturday night because my cousins, their daughter got married, and her brother played on the state championship team. So trust me, I heard about it Saturday night, and they don't forget.
They don't. They haven't. And so tensions are still going to be high. We still want to win. It's going to be a high. I have a love-hate relationship with our schedule. I love our weeks 2, 3, and 4 because we do have that gauntlet, and it puts you into you've got to win. We've got to be precise. We've got to do everything.
But it's pressure.
Right early. But it's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure.
Who's going to step up, and who's going to relish that pressure is what I'm looking forward to.
Agreed.
And let's talk about that in Fourth Down. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and wrap up the show here at Fourth Down on Move the Chains on Clubhouse Lounge Radio, live from Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum, where it's dollar wing night and draft beer specials every Thursday night. So come join us right here at Route 45 Wayside. We'll be back in just a moment.
Looking for cold drinks, great food, and even better company? Come by Route 45 Wayside in Pesotum, where the staff will greet you better than your 13-year-old cat. Check out their Facebook page for food and drink specials. Some of the best wings around on Thursdays, and their taco tradition on Saturdays surpasses all. Open daily at 11 a.m. Come with friends or come alone, because you are guaranteed to make new ones while at Route 45 Wayside.
It's official. Clubhouse Lounge Radio has a new app that downloads directly to your phone, tablet, and all mobile devices. Now, the throwback sing-along old school party songs and live high school football games are in the palm of your hand, thanks to Oak Creek Outdoor Services. Visit clubhouse217.com to download the app today. Download now and keep the party going 24/7, 365. Clubhouse Lounge Radio. It's good for the soul.
I love that. Your station rocks! The station that rocks your world all day. Clubhouse Lounge Radio.
Back here around 45 Wayside in Pesotum, where it's dollar wing night, draft specials, great food, and you've got us, Mike, Roy, Keith Gibson here, Clubhouse Lounge Radio's Move the Chains. Thank you for joining us here. It is week 2 of the high school football season. We've got the Monticello Sages coming to Hicksville to take on your Unity Rockets in a week 2 Illini Prairie matchup. And Mike, it's Fourth Down. I haven't forgot to switch down all night, too. So, hey, we're ahead of the game. We're getting – you know what? Sometimes you just got to get back in the rhythm of things, right?
Yep. I'm gonna make some flashcards. We'll be fine.
Okay. But I want to know your absolute key to this ball game. Like, we know this is going to be a dogfight. Let's be real. There's going to be some penalties. There's going to be some silly penalties, I'm sure. Who can keep control? What is your key offensively and defensively to this ball game?
Whoever takes ownership of the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball for both teams, that team will succeed tomorrow night at Hicks Field. No question about it, because you've heard about the immovable force, the immovable object. You've heard about all that stuff before with people.
That's Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, sir.
Yeah, but when it comes right down to it, whoever we have to keep them out of our backfield, so our quarterback, so Schmidt has time to throw the ball and make good decisions. And on defense, we have to penetrate, and we have to blow up the running game that they have that obviously can put up some numbers.
I agree with that. I think that's a great key. I'm going to go opposite because I think that's what everybody's expecting. I think the key to this game is what defensive backfield steps up and makes the big plays at the key time. I think that is, you have a very inexperienced DB backfield, defensive backfield for the Rockets, and I think you have a very inexperienced defensive backfield for the Sages.
Correct.
Carter's going to throw the football, and we saw it last week with 2 touchdown passes to Beckham Brink, and 1 very long touchdown pass to Beckham Brink. Can he get open again? Can he get outside? Can he have time? Which set of DBs is going to step up and make that play when you need to? Because if you can exploit it early and exploit there's a hole in that defense, I think we can capitalize on that all night long. I think either team could capitalize on it, but I think we have the bigger chance of capitalizing on the Sages defensive backfield early on in that ball game.
And, I would not be afraid of the coach to take a nickel-dime attitude. It's, big plays are great. Don't get me wrong. And if they're there, you take them. But, a little five and in slant, a little curl route, things like that. You can nickel-dime a team, lull them to sleep a little bit, and then bingo.
When I coached baseball, I always said, let's nickel a dime to death. Give me 5 yards. Give me 8 yards. Let's get 5, 5, 5. Let's just go. 5 and 10, 5 and 10, 5 and 10, 5 and 10, and go right down the field. You march, you score. I don't care if it takes you 12 minutes to score a touchdown on a drive. You're going to wear defense out. The longer the defense is on the field, you're better off down towards the end of the game.
When you see hands on the hips and you see, you see them sucking for air, you've done a good job. I love the quick strike. I mean, that's cool. We saw plenty of it in the last 3 or 4 years. But I'm not afraid to see this rock'em sock'em robot grind it out, make them work hard. When you're getting up off that pile, you're pushing on them to get yourself up off the pile. I'm not afraid of that. But I wouldn't be surprised to see us mix it up a little bit, especially on play calls. Have 2 plays called, boom, we're at the line of scrimmage, and we go.
I wouldn't either. I
like that, in fact, sometimes.
I like early tempo. I think setting the tempo tomorrow night is going to be key. I think getting the early advantage.
Yes.
First team on the scoreboard. If you can make that stop early, if the Sages have the football, we come out and make a stop, that sets precedence. If we come out and we score quick, that sets precedence. Who can take control of the game early and make the other team play catch up and from behind?
If we win the toss tomorrow night, I say we take the ball and take it right down the field. I'm doing opposite of what we normally do.
I'm
Let's
excited.
go.
Here's the thing: these 2 teams are pretty even. They really are. The Rockets, I think, are a great ball club. I think Monticello's a great ball club. Who's going to come out punching? You can jab all night long, but who's going to throw that hook or that haymaker late that's going to say, okay, this is our ball game?
Yeah, this could
being
go down.
Being at home helps. You're going to have a packed house at Hicks Field tomorrow night. You're going to have a West End zone full to tailgate.
Loud.
You're going to have cheerleaders. You're going to have the U
Loud.
crew. We want to hear you all night long. That's it. We do. And
Please.
so we are excited for tomorrow night. It's going to be a great ball game. If you can't make the ball game, make sure you join us at 6:45 p.m. tomorrow night.
Please.
On Facebook, YouTube, Clubhouse217.com, or the Clubhouse Lounge Radio mobile app, which you can download at Clubhouse217.com.
Always. Always.
If you missed last week's the game, guess what? You can watch it on our YouTube channel anytime after it.
This is called football 4 ways. It's like steak and shake.
4 downs, Dad.
That's all you need.
Yep. So, hey, we're excited for tomorrow night. We want to thank Laura and her staff here at Route 45 Wayside for hosting us again. It is Dollar Wing Night and draft beer specials every Thursday. We are here. We thank each of our sponsors who have graciously allowed us to do this for a 5th season. It's still hard to believe it's season number 5.
Season 5, yeah.
And don't forget, you can come down and get your Clubhouse Lounge Radio and Unity Rockets schedule cups right here at Route 45 Wayside. I ordered 500 of them. Come down and get them. Have a drink. Have a dinner. support local, and we thank local. We thank all our local businesses for allowing us to do this. So, for my broadcast partner, Mike Roy, I am Keith Gibson. We will see you tomorrow night, live from Hicks Field at 6:45, where the Monticello Sages come to town to take on your Unity Rockets. For all our broadcasts, with Scotty Johnson. Can't forget Scotty.
Scotty Johnson.
I know he's watching. So,
Yep.
Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you Friday night for Unity Rockets football on Clubhouse Lounge Radio.